Unscripted 101, season opener, season 3. Season 3, we're here. We're here again. Oh, man, for those of you that have been listening to this podcast, wherever you are, wherever you may be, it doesn't matter. Big appreciation and respect. Thank you for taking time out of your personal schedule, whatever you're doing, to listen to this podcast. We're back for another season, season 3. It's live and direct. The Lions, Lions walk-off touchdown to win 26-20 against the Rams. That game was interesting. Matt Stafford making his return to Detroit. After we all know the trade between Stafford and Jared Goff. We know the whole situation with that. Since then, the Rams have obtained a Super Bowl, and the Lions are rising very, very slowly, but very greatly, in such ways that, last year they got to the NFC Championship game. So, yeah, that concludes Sunday's day of games. But we got one more game tomorrow. We got the Jets at Frisco. Aaron Rodgers, hopefully he's ready to go after, going through that season he went through last year. And San Francisco, after once again, their coach choking another Super Bowl. Hopefully he's ready. So we'll see how that goes. Earlier in the week, we had KC beating Baltimore 27-20. We had the Eagles beating Green Bay in Sao Paulo, Brazil, 34-29. And then let's get to the other games, or most of them. I'm going to leave the best for last because it's a little personal as a Minnesota Viking fan. Buffalo beating Arizona 34-28. Josh Allen, doing what he's doing best. Very slow start for the Bills, but, they pulled it off. They did what they had to do, coming back from a large deficit and getting themselves in a position to winning the game. So Bills get that win. Bears 24-17 against a very unorthodox Tennessee Titans, but interesting game. A lot of takeaways from that game, but I'll say this, it's only one game, so a lot of things could happen after that. New England beating Cincinnati 16-10. Very interesting game, since he couldn't score for the first, 2.5 quarters. So interesting to see how this season goes for them, especially the fact that Chase still looking for his money. So, and Higgins didn't play today, so we'll see how that goes. Houston beating Indy 29-27. Stroud's looking good. He's got a lot of growth, but he's growing at an amazing rate. And Anthony Richardson, man, that kid, he's going to have erratic moments. He's going to have those erratic moments, folks. I know some of you are like, oh, whatever, this and that, but he's going to have some erratic moments. But boy, when that kid is on, man, he's on, man. I could see why Indy drafted him. He's got that presence, and he's got that arm. So, but yeah, one game. I know it's an AFC South game, but 29-27, Houston over Indy. Miami over Jacksonville. My guarantee of the week was Jacksonville over Miami. Mr. Etienne fumbling the ball going into the end zone. I will not comment on that. That, to me, was the game breaker. That was the game winner. Would have put them up 2 scores. 2017 for Miami over Jacksonville, and also the Tyreek Hill situation. Oh, can't wait to talk about that. That's ridiculous. Again, like I said, folks, we're not going to get into the black-white thing today, but yeah. Seriously? Come on. Anyways. 47-10 for New Orleans over Carolina. Carolina seems to still have it not going for them. Last season was a disaster. Of course, having the rookie Bryce Young, and Bryce just, doing what he can and growing. But I don't know what to say about Carolina right now. It's only one game, but like I said, we get to games 5 and 6 of the season, and we'll know exactly where they're going. And sometimes you know exactly where the franchise is going. So hopefully Carolina could shake off this and continue to play a lot better, because this game was ugly from the start. Vikings 28-6. Daniel Jones is an absolute travesty of a quarterback. I'm sorry, but the quarterback position is the toughest position in football. Not to play, but just a tough position mentally. And I just think he's gone. I don't know what the Giants were thinking keeping him. They picked up a stud in Malik Neighbors, but who the hell is throwing the ball to him? I mean, that pick that Daniel Jones threw in the end zone, oh my gosh. It's just a testament of what he has been. And I don't know what the Giants are thinking, but I think the Giants got their answer, and hopefully they figure it out that, because Brian Daboll's a good coach. That guy could coach. He knows the offense. He knows a lot of scheme. He's a brilliant mind. And if you guys haven't watched Hard Knocks with the Giants, you don't need to be a fan of the Giants. You could be a hater. But it's a good football thing to watch. And you listen to Brian Daboll and how he looks at things and how he analyzes things. It's incredible. He doesn't deserve this. He needs a quarterback. They got to get him a quarterback, for Christ's sakes. Chargers over the Raiders, 22-10. Coach Harbaugh, he's got a quarterback. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if Bosa can stay healthy, and we'll see if Khalil Mack can get some spark back into himself and get himself, into it. Because when he's on, he's on. Seattle, 26-20. Typical Seattle game. Very up and down. Bo Nix making his debut with the with the Broncos. And man, oh man, you could see some stuff there with Mr. Nix. There's something there. I mean, he could be something. I mean, Sean Payton finally got a quarterback that he likes. So we'll see how that goes. And of course, Geno Smith still pushing along, man. Shout out to Geno. Keep it going, brother. The Cowboys, everybody's team that everybody hates. 33-17 over a very horrible Cleveland offense. I'm sorry, but that offense, the defense is not bad. But the offense, Deshaun Watson, I don't know. He's got to find something. Shoulder, this, injuries, whatever. Got to get the excuses out the door. Last season was Flacco that got them into the playoffs. So he's got a lot to do. This is a lot. And Dak coming off just signing that fresh ink on that 4-year, $240 million contract. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to him. Guys, you got to get your money. I don't care who you are as an athlete in the pros. Get your money. These owners are making billions, and still begging city officials to build stadiums when they could take it out of their own pocket. Get your money. Tampa Bay, 37-20 over Washington. Mike Evans, the most underrated receiver in the league, to not get the respect he deserves. I don't know. I don't understand. The guy's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He had 2 touchdowns today. I was privileged to watch them 2 touchdowns. And I even tried to get his ass in fantasy, but every time I tried to get him in fantasy, somebody else took him. But Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdowns. So, hey, it is what it is. So that's the wrap-up. That's the scores. And let me get to what I want to talk about, because I want to get to this one. This is the one I want to talk about. And I have my reasons for wanting to talk about it. And, it's funny because it's the first week and a lot of people are like, oh, this and that. But listen, it's only week 1. But let me get to this score. Pittsburgh over Atlanta, 18-10. 5 field goals by Chris Boswell. Of course, if you got him in fantasy, you're like, yeah. Kirk Cousins making his debut for the Atlanta Falcons. Classic Kurt. 2 interceptions. And I keep saying this. I'm not hating on Kurt. His agent is a phenomenal businessman. I don't know how he's getting Kurt paid, but he's getting Kurt paid. But I'll tell you guys this. When I saw the draft and I saw Atlanta pick Michael Penix Jr., the first thing I said is, Atlanta, thank you for taking responsibility and admitting that you made a mistake giving Kirk Cousins all that money. That's what they did. Yeah, you have to explain yourself to Arthur Blank, blah, 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 big deal. But Atlanta had just admitted to the world they made a mistake and there was a gem sitting on the bench. It might be sooner than later, folks, that you see Michael Penix Jr. So I'm telling you, if this continues with the talent, the young talent that Atlanta Falcons offense has on the field, you'll be seeing Michael Penix come in there. You didn't see what Denver did with Russell? They don't give a crap now. Yeah, salary cap, blah, blah, blah. No. If you got to bite the bullet, you bite the bullet. Get him out of town. So, like I said, I'm a Vikings fan, and I saw what Kirk Cousins did in his years in Minnesota, and it was mediocre at best. Never liked the deal when they took him from Washington. Never really gave him any props during his time in Minnesota because I felt he was too inconsistent, and he's doing exactly what he's been doing. And it ain't going to change, not at this point in time. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first and season opener of Unscripted 101, Season 3, Episode 1. Like I said, I keep the episodes very short, minimal. But again, as I said, I'm going to be going along throughout the season with this. And I'm going to have takeaways. I'm not going to really go into any specific players or coaches because it's only week 1. I'm going to wait until week 3, 4, and even 5 when things start to materialize. And I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, we have something wrong here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is... I'm just getting myself back into the mode. This is, and I sound like a snake there. Ladies and gentlemen, Season 3, Episode 1, season opener, NFL Kickoff. That's the wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourselves a good night, good morning, good day, wherever you are. Respect and peace.